Hey guys, it's Chris here once again, and guess what? I'm back! I'm actually doing a review for you guys. I know it's been a long time since I've done a review for body bags, but now I am back. I just needed some time off, some stuff going on in my life that I needed to be there for, and now I actually have a day where I can do something for a review for you guys. So I'm going to review a film for you, and this is going to be Killer Video Game Week, or game-based horror films for the theme this week. And I decided to watch a movie on Netflix, and it's called the Ouija Experiment, or Ouija Experiment. I pronounce it a Ouija Experiment. I know, tomato, tomato, Ouija, however you want to pronounce it. So, a Ouija Experiment. And I'm kind of different on this movie. It's a found footage movie, and it's about these 5 people who they're wanting to do something, and they're not telling, or one guy, the main guy, I cannot remember anybody's name in the movie, by the way. One guy wants to get all of his friends together and play some type of game, but he's not telling them what he's getting them together for. He's just say, hey, I got something special. I need you over here at this time, this time, this time. So one guy is a film nerd or video nerd, and he likes to record everything. And he just wants to capture something. He doesn't even know what he's doing. And I remember this guy was just like, so what are we actually doing? And the main character goes, well, we're going to play with a Ouija board. And he was like, oh, awesome, this is perfect. And it's like, I don't know, I felt he was a little too excited for something he had no clue about, and about wanting to film it. I just thought it was really weird. Like, he wanted to film that, and he was excited even though he'd never done it before. It was odd. But anyways, they all get together, and they get to the house. They tell him exactly what they're doing, why they're doing it. And the main character does not want anything to be filmed. He says absolutely no filming, no matter what. And then the guy goes, oh, well, can I please film something? And he goes, oh, well, I'll give you some interviews and stuff beforehand, but as soon as we start doing the Ouija board, we got to stop recording. I will not have recording. And so the guy secretly records for about 10 seconds. The main character realizes that the camera is recording, gets mad, and then says, oh, well, if you want to record it, it's okay. I thought it was... He just, after saying no matter what, you're not recording, he said it was okay after that. I didn't like that about the movie. But anyways, you know what, I'm going to explain the plot, and then I'll just tell you what I didn't like or what I did like about it. So these characters are given the rules for the Ouija board. They tell them that they cannot play alone, the normal things for playing with a Ouija board. And the most main rule is they have to say goodbye before they end the session, before they leave. And of course, just like every movie where any rule is given, they break the rule of the game. Twice, actually. They end the session without saying goodbye. I don't know, if it's the main important rule, you would think it would be the easiest one to remember, but it's a movie, they have to break something in order for something to happen, so that's what they did. They broke the rule, and the ghost was able to come in from the other realm into their world, and from there, things get a little bit creepy. But that doesn't happen until like an hour into the movie. Basically, it's just them setting up the scenes with them playing with the Ouija board, spliced with scenes with the people playing around with the camera. It almost felt like the director literally set the camera down to go take like a bathroom break or something, and the actors grabbed the camera and started filming stuff in other rooms to be like, oh, well, this would be funny if the director caught this on, or saw this when he was editing, ha ha ha, I'm going to go take the camera. And they decided to keep those shots in there. It was really odd and very weird, but a lot of it didn't work for the movie, and I wish they would have just cut those out. But once the ghost comes into play in the house, that's when it does get a little bit creepy. But nothing is done well with it. Like, the creepiest thing, and I will say this because this is the only thing that actually... I hate saying this. This movie actually kind of scared me a little bit. I did not like the movie at all. I thought the movie was a really annoying movie, a really bad movie, and it wasn't very well executed. But it did scare me. It did give me the little chills for a moment. And specifically, not for the movie itself, but specifically... there is a ghost of a child, and the child has this really creepy laughter that echoes throughout the house when this one particular character is looking for something. And I was home alone when I watched it, and it just kind of creeped me out a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, it did creep me out. But once the ghost happens, once the little girl ghost starts haunting, you find out that there's like 3 ghosts, and all 3 of them are kind of linked to each person and to the house. And I'm not going to spoil anything in case somebody does want to watch it, because it does kind of have a little twist, even though I did see it coming. But the funny thing is the very end shot, the last thing that happens in the movie, when all the ghosts show up all at once and start doing their whole paranormal activity routine on each one of the characters, and killing them off one by one. It's part of the twist, but there's a flashback moment, and I will say this: the flashback it only lasted maybe 5 minutes, and it was within the last 15-20 minutes of the movie. And the flashback was the single best part of the entire movie. It was the most interesting, it was the most well acted, and it was definitely the best part of it, in my opinion. I would rather have seen the whole movie based around that, or maybe have that being the opening scene or something, but to lead you into it. I really liked that moment of the movie with the whole flashback thing, but everything that happened before it and everything just did not live up to that flashback, and that flashback was just so good, and it should have been a lot better for the rest of the movie, that I should say. But the ending, the last shot that you see, I was rolling in the floor laughing. It was so funny to me. I saw it coming, but I didn't think they'd actually do it, and the fact that they did, I laughed so hard at that movie, and I think I even applauded at how silly it was, at what they did. But all in all, the Ouija Experiment, I'm gonna have to say no on that one. I don't recommend it. But if you are interested in seeing something that has to deal with Ouija boards, or movies with ghosts or whatever, you might be a little bit intrigued by it. So I'd say only check it out if you're willing to watch something that's low budget, that has a Ouija board or ghost that you might be interested in. Other than that, if you're looking for a really scary movie or a real fun movie, then don't choose the Ouija Experiment. But thanks, guys. Hope you liked the review, and hopefully I'll be back next week. More than likely I will, but thanks again, guys, and I will see you with another review next week.